trying to keep a very playful aspect to today's flow. So to set yourselves up, if you have a rope or a strap, a yoga strap, anything will work, something like a pair of leggings, something you can take hold of with both hands and just use for binds to create a little bit more space. So you can go grab one of those. And then when you're ready, I'd like you to lie on your back. And just connect with yourself, straighten out the legs in front, take the arms above your head. Just give yourself a full body stretch, stretching out fingers, pointing and flexing feet. As if you're starting to wake up for the first time today, consciously, physically, emotionally. Keeping your arms where they are, just relax the elbows out towards the sides. And then take the legs up towards the ceiling. And just allowing the legs to drain, we'll start pointing and flexing. Breathing in on the point, exhale on the flex. Rolling the ankles. Just starting to wake up the joints, wake up the feet, ready for the shapes that we'll start to make. Bending the knees up and down, creating blood flow in the knee joints. And then bending the knees completely, take the palms of the hands on top of the kneecaps and just start to roll your knees away from each other. So relaxing the feet and just taking all of your focus to the hip sockets, lubricating the hips. Again, ready for our flow, ready for the poses we're about to create. Changing direction when you've done about 3 on one side. And then becoming still. Straightening out the right leg onto the mat, flex the right foot. Take the left leg up towards the ceiling. Take hold of your strap or your pair of leggings or your towel, whatever you're using as your strap. Take the strap to the top of the foot, so just underneath the toes. And you're going to hold onto either side of the strap. On the inhale, press the top of the foot up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, draw this left leg closer to the body. So it can be a very small movement, just starting to open up the backs of the legs, inhaling and then exhaling, drawing back towards the body. Keep the right foot flexed, keep it active, soften through the shoulders, soften through the face. Just starting to breathe into the back of this left leg. Slow, controlled movements. And then starting to take the strap in the left hand, take hold of the whole hand, take the right hand over towards the right and press it into the mat as you start to open up this left hip. So you can slowly open as far as you feel comfortable. If you can get your left forearm on the ground or left elbow onto the ground, then you can place it on the ground just to support you. If you feel your right hip rising, take your right hand on top of your right hip and just press it down towards the earth. Keep flexing through both feet. And try to breathe into this left hip as you externally rotate. Keep the right shoulder on the mat and just relax into your body. Maybe start drawing the left leg a little closer towards the left ear. And then start to release, slowly come back to the center. Release your strap from the left foot. Bend your left knee. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take your supine twist over to the right. And then turn to gaze towards your left fingers. Breathing into your twist, 3 deep breaths. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your strap or your rope. Take your hands under your left knee, squeeze left knee towards your left ear. Relax your left foot. Wind relieving pose, pressing into the descending colon. And then straightening out this left leg onto the mat. Adjust your hips. Make sure your spine is straight. And then take right leg up towards the ceiling. Taking your strap just underneath the right toes at the top of the foot. Exactly the same motion, staying fully active in your left leg as the knee presses down towards the mat. Breathing in, press the right toes up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, draw the right leg a little bit closer towards the face. Slow, controlled, small movements. Preparing the body for our flow. Stretching on the exhale. Lengthening on the inhale. Taking the strap in the right hand as you wrap your right hand around both sides of the strap. Slowly start opening up to the right. Either take your left arm out towards the left. If you feel your left hip rising, take your left hand onto your left hip and draw it down towards the mat. Maybe place your right elbow, upper arm onto the mat to support you. Breathing into the right hip as you externally rotate. Grounding through the left hip, relaxing the left shoulder, and then turning to look over the left shoulder. Inhale, slowly come back towards the center, release your strap. Bend your top knee as you remove the strap away from your body. Take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and slowly twist into your supine twist over to the left. Cactus or pull your right arm out towards the side. Relax your right shoulder into the mat and turn your head over your right shoulder. Stretching, toning, stimulating our digestive system, strengthening our internal organs, stretching the back, the lower back, the neck, and then slowly come back to the center. Take a different interlace under your right knee, squeeze right knee towards your right ear. Relax the top foot and just squeeze a little bit deeper into the ascending colon. Straighten out your right leg, shimmy your body so that you're nice and straight with your spine. Give yourself one last full body stretch. And then turn your palms inwards to face each other, so a little bit more active now. Flex your feet, squeeze the inner thighs together, tuck your belly in towards the spine, engage your abdominals, and then slowly start to lift through the arms. So we're going to lift first through the arms and the chest, and then engage your abdominals and slowly, slowly rise as your core starts to work. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly round your spine, tuck your belly in towards your chest or belly in towards your spine, and then roll all the way back down. 3 more. Take a deep breath in, rolling all the way back up. Lengthening through the spine as you come up. Exhale, tuck the belly in, roll all the way back down. Core control. Keep the arms active, keep the palms pressing in towards this imaginary block in between your hands. Last one, exhale, roll all the way back down. Breathing in, lifting all the way back up. This time we stay here. On the exhale, we fold from the hips all the way down into a Paschimottanasana. So sitting on our sitting bones, maybe lift up one sitting bone at a time. Make sure you're rooting down into the ground, lengthening from the hips as you fold forward, connecting hands to feet or hands to ankles or shins, but trying to make some sort of connection as we create the circle of energy through our body. Relaxing and softening the face, the upper body. Inhale, slowly rise. nice. Taking the left foot with you. So taking the left foot now to the outside of the right knee, flexing the right foot, sitting tall. You can keep your strap handy here for a bind. So we'll take the right arm up towards the ceiling, twist over to the left, hook the right elbow over the left knee, start to twist your body over your left shoulder. Take your left arm behind your spine, just behind where the tailbone sits, and then start to press into the knee as you twist into the torso, up into the chest, and then into the neck, and then maybe even into the eyes. Take your eyes as far left as you can. Just like we did with our supine twist, breathing into the twist, very slowly easing ourselves a little bit deeper on every exhale. Stay here if this is enough. If you like to deepen your twist and bind, take your right hand through your legs, take your left arm behind your spine, either interlace your fingers or you're welcome to use a strap to help you connect, to create a little bit of space. Keep flexing through the front foot, and now really try to open up through the left shoulder. Take the neck all the way over. As we release, you can slowly start unwinding. Come all the way back to the center, coming into a figure of four, crossing the left leg over the right thigh, flexing both feet, breathing in, reach up. And then exhale, fold forward. Take your hands either over your front foot, bowing the forehead towards the right shin, or you can hold onto the shin, but still making this connection. Inhale, slowly roll all the way back towards the center. Straighten up the left leg. Again, lifting one sitting bone at a time to make sure you're sitting straight. Adjust your hips if you need to. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, Paschimottanasana. Bowing forehead towards the shins. Inhale, come back to the center. Take the right foot with you. Place the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Sit tall, flex through the front foot. Exactly like we did on the other side. Take your strap to the other side if you need your strap. You might find one side is easier than the other. Take the left arm up towards the ceiling as you twist to the right. Hook the elbow over the knee. Sweep the right hand behind your spine, kind of where your tailbone is. And then start to roll your head over your right shoulder. Take your eye gaze as far right as you can. And then just slowly start breathing into your twist, through the abdominals, up into the chest, over the right shoulder, into the neck and the eyes. Stay here if this is enough. If you'd like to create your bind, you can take your left hand through your legs. Take your right hand behind your spine, interlace the fingers or your wrists or your strap, and try and deepen the twist. Keep breathing. And then very slowly start to release and unravel your bind. Come back to the center, take the right leg over the left thigh, flex both feet, sit tall as you reach up, and then exhale, fold forward. Take hands either over the front foot or over the shin, bowing your forehead over the left knee. Inhale, come back to the center, straighten out both legs. Just give yourself a lovely stretch here as you open up the sitting bones again, pressing them into the mat. Take the arms up towards the ceiling, last Paschimottanasana, exhale, fold forward. Breathing in, rolling back to the center. Roll yourselves over, so you can just roll on your bottom and make your way onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes, make our way into our downward facing dog. So pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe walking out the legs slightly, pushing heels down towards the mat. Just taking a couple of breaths to make your way into a well-aligned downward dog. Taking hands, taking strong foundation to start with. Inner arms, bottom part of the arms roll inwards, upper part of the arms roll outwards as the neck grows a little taller. Tuck the belly in, press the torso back towards the thighs. Ground the heels into the earth. And then activate Mula Bandha, so very slight lift of pelvic floor, holding the energy in the body. On the next inhale, move your right foot inward slightly. Keep the right heel on the ground as your left leg rises into a three-legged dog. And then slow motion into Wild Thing. So it's going to be a very slow movement as we take this left leg all the way over. Ground into the foot. Lift the hips as we open up the heart space, open up the chest, and reach out with our left arm. Such a beautiful stretch. Taking it slow all the way back, bending the knees, rolling ourselves back. Left palm comes flat, left leg rises up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring this left knee into the chest now, and then cross the left foot over the right thigh into figure of four, just like we did on the ground. Bend the right knee, press the bottom towards the back of the room, press your hands into the mat, maybe even lift up one hand at a time. Push into your glute muscles. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, drop your right heel to the left, toes to the right, ground the right foot, bend the knees, and then slowly take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take it over your ear and stretch, almost like your extended side angle. Push the bottom back, but reach over with your right arm. Roll all the way back to the center, right palm flat, lift up onto the right toes. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, roll your right heel to the right, toes to the left. Again, bending the knees, sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, take it all the way over. Roll all the way back, left palm flat. Left leg bounces forward as it comes into a high lunge. So back heel stays up, breathing in, arms sweep all the way up towards the sky. Press the palms to meet. Exhale, hands come down to the chest. Taking a deep breath in here. On the exhale, take a twist to the left. Stack the arms just above the knee. Press the palms in towards each other. Lift through the back kneecap. And then take your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to the center. Both hands come down to the mat. Frame your front foot with your fingertips. Press them into the mat. Standing splits. Bowing forehead towards the left shin. Take the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Left hand to left calf as you press into the calf and lift a little bit higher. Coming into your curtsy, left hand comes back to the mat. Bend both knees. Take your right leg all the way over to the left. And then like a magnet, allow it to draw you down towards the mat. Release your magnet. Inhale, halfway lift. Straighten out the spine. Tuck your belly in towards the spine. Look forward. Exhale, pressing hands into the mat. Bending the knees. Hop or step back into plank pose. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, heels to the left, toes to the right. Right arm sweeps up towards the ceiling into your side plank. Stay here if that's enough. If you'd like to come into your tree, you can take your tippy toes either below the left knee or above the left knee. Keep lifting through the left hip. If you'd like to go a little further, you can start to straighten out this right leg, flex the foot, kick it all the way up. And then come back the same way you came in. So taking toes back into tree, back into side plank. Exhale, back into normal plank. Rocking forward, chaturanga, come all the way down, controlled, slow. Sliding onto the tops of the feet, take a deep breath in as you press into the mat, lift into high cobra, opening up chest and shoulders, press the pelvis into the mat, lengthen through the neck, maybe even take the gaze a little bit higher. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale, roll your belly down, chin, forehead last. Take a deep breath in, pressing to the mat, child's pose, balasana, buttocks to heels, straighten out the arms. One breath here. On the exhale, slide your hands back, tuck your toes, come back into downward facing dog. On the next inhale, bring left foot inward slightly. Right leg rises, three-legged dog. Taking a deep breath in. On the exhale, slow motion coming into your Wild Thing. Slowly, slowly taking it all the way over. Bend the hips, lift the hips. hips as you start to stretch the whole body, reaching out with the right arm. Exhale, make it all the way, make it way back slow as well. So taking the right palm down, come back into your three-legged dog. On the exhale, bring this right knee into the chest and then take it over the left thigh into your figure of four, just like we did in the last round. Bending the knees, so pressing the left buttocks back towards the back of the room. Finding that beautiful glute stretch in the right buttocks. Taking a deep inhale here on the exhale, drop heel to the right, toes to the left. Bending the knee, take the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take it all the way over, reach and then roll your head under your armpit, look up towards the ceiling. Sweep it all the way back down to the ground. Come back up onto your toes, push your buttocks back. Take a deep breath in here on the exhale, heel to the left, toes to the right. Carry on bending that bottom knee, sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, take it all the way over, rolling your head under your armpit, look up towards the ceiling. Roll all the way back to the center. Keep it very controlled as you press the bottom back towards center. And then almost like a bounce, take the right foot in between the hands, back heel stays up. Breathing into high lunge. Palms meet. Exhale, hands down to the chest. Take a deep twist over to the right. Stacking the arms just above the right knee, pressing the palms in towards each other, and then rolling your head over your right shoulder. Keep lifting through the back kneecap so the quad muscle in the back is working, is fired up and working hard. Inhale, come back towards the center. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat, pressing your fingertips into the mat, making your way into your standing splits. Left leg rises, forehead to the right shin. Take right hand to right calf, press a little bit higher. On the next exhale, bend both knees, curtsy, left leg comes all the way over to the right. Like a magnet, it draws you down towards the earth. On the next inhale, halfway lift, straighten out your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, hands flat, hop or step back into plank pose. Taking a deep breath in here on the exhale, heels to the right, toes to the left. Breathing in, left arm sweeps up towards the ceiling, side plank. Stay here if that's enough. If you'd like to go a little further, side plank tree. If you'd like to go a little further, straightening out this left leg, flexing the foot, pressing it out, almost like a star. And then coming back into your tree. Exhale back into side plank, and then making your way back into full plank. Rocking forward, chaturanga, slow motion all the way down. Untuck the toes, lengthen through your body, and then press the pelvis into the mat as you squeeze inner thighs together, pressing into the mat with hands, keeping elbows close to the midline. Open up chest and shoulders. And then maybe lengthen through the neck and lift your gaze very slightly. Exhale, tummy down, chin, forehead last. On the next inhale, start to press into the mat, and then the exhale, come into child's pose, Balasana. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, slide your hands back, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your gaze, look in between your hands, bend your knees as much as you can. Hop, step into Malasana squat, hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold, straighten out your legs, shimmy your feet inwards, toes touching, heels slightly apart, bowing your forehead towards your shins. On the next inhale, start to bend your knees, slowly spinal roll, using the vertebra in your spine to roll you all the way up. When you get to the top, just roll the shoulders back and down, close the eyes, turn the palms forward, bend the knees very slightly, and take 5 full breaths. Connecting to the energy that is circling around the body. Feel the blood pumping, feel the heart pumping. Feel the warmth, the endorphins flowing. the next inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other, and then take left leg up, one-legged Tadasana, rising, flexing the left foot. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, take a twist to the left. Inhale, come back towards the center. Right palm turns forward, left hand sweeps to the inside of the left foot, and we come into dancer's pose. So bowing forward, almost using your hand as a bit of a guide, looking over the horizon. And then when you feel you have your balance, take your index finger and thumb together, gesture of consciousness, Jnana Mudra, drawing the elbow in slightly, maybe coming down a little further. On the next inhale, release hand and foot. Take right hand to the right corner of the mat. Press your fingertips into the mat. Turn the back foot 95 degrees, left arm up towards the ceiling. Half moon, Chandra Asana. Take one deep inhale here. On the exhale, warrior two, bending the front knee, stepping back into a wide stance, and then opening up the arms, strong heart, strong gaze. On the next inhale, turn the front palm, breathing in reverse warrior. Keep bending through the front knee, reach back, slide your left hand past your calf. Extended side angle, right hand sweeps all the way to the inside of the right foot, left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, take it all the way over your head, roll your head under your armpit, look up towards the ceiling. Press into the back foot, lift through the back kneecap, lengthen through the top arm. Staying here if this is enough. If you'd like to go a little further, sweep your left hand behind your spine. Sweep right hand behind the spine, interlace fingers, pull your shoulders back, and then exhale into humble warrior. Take your arms overhead. Slowly releasing hands all the way back to the buttocks, let them float down to the mat. Now swap, so bring your right arm to the inside of the right thigh, left hand behind your spine, and then create this bind behind you. So you can use your strap here if you'd like to, creating this bind by either holding onto fingers, or you can hold onto your wrist or your strap, rolling the shoulders back, taking your head over your left shoulder to look up towards the ceiling. Keep your back thigh firm. Firm your back buttocks. Release your bind, slow motion into reverse warrior. Take the right palm all the way back. Swivel both hands down to the mat, spread your fingers, step right leg back, one-legged plank. Take the right toes to the top of the left ankle, rock forward, chaturanga halfway down, and then breathe into your upper dog, opening up the chest. Pressing the heart forward, lifting the gaze, maybe opening up the throat. Exhale, swing all the way up into your three-legged dog. Maybe walking hands back slightly, grounding through the left foot, and then exhale into your wild thing. Take your right leg all the way over, press the right foot into the mat, lift the hips, open up the heart, take right arm out and reach. Exhale, come back to the center. Right palm flat, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, right leg comes all the way under the body and through, stepping into high lunge, breathing in, arms up. Palms meet, exhale, hands all the way down to the chest, taking a twist over to the right. Stacking the arms, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back towards the center. Exhale, fingertips onto the mat, standing splits, left leg rises, forehead towards the right shin. Right hand to right calf, press into the calf and lift a little bit higher. Coming into your curtsy, left leg all the way over to the right, bending the knees. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending knees, breathing in, spinal roll. When you get to the top, you can just roll the shoulders back and down and take a few breaths. Turn the palms forward, bend the knees so they're slightly active. Reconnect with breath. On the next inhale, straighten the legs, turn the palms to Tadasana. Deep breath in, arms come up towards the ceiling, right knee rises, one-legged Tadasana. Deep breath in as you reach up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back towards the center. Exhale, left palm turns forward, right hand sweeps to the inside of the right foot, bowing into dancer's pose, kicking the back foot out. Jnana Mudra, gesture of consciousness, index finger and thumb together, draw the elbow in, come a little lower, but keep the chest open. Releasing hand and foot, half moon, left hand to the left corner of the mat, turn the back foot 95 degrees, arm comes up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale here, on the exhale, warrior two, wide stance, stepping back, bending through the front knee, reaching out through the arms. Strong heart, strong gaze. Breathing in, reverse warrior, sliding the right hand past the shin, take the left arm, reach all the way over, keep bending through the front knee. Sweeping left hand to the inside of the left foot, right arm comes up towards the ceiling, exhale, take it over, extended side angle, rolling your head under the armpit, looking up towards the ceiling, firming through the right buttocks, firming through the right thigh. On the next inhale, sweep right hand behind your spine, left hand meets it, interlace fingers, change the interlace to the uncomfortable grip, pull the shoulders back, and then start to take arms overhead into your humble warrior. Release hands down to the buttocks. Take your left hand now, left arm through the front of the left thigh. Take the right arm behind, interlace fingers, creating a bind, or you can use your strap. Bend the front knee, roll the right shoulder open as you roll your head over your right shoulder. Keep firming through the back thigh, your legs should be strong. Inhale, release, reverse warrior, left arm reaches back, keep bending through the front knee. Swiveling both hands down to the mat, spread your fingers, strong foundation, left leg sweeps back, left toes on top of the right ankle. Align yourself and then rock forward, chaturanga halfway down, breathing into your up dog. Opening the chest, maybe opening up the throat to look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg rises. Slow motion into wild thing. So taking the left leg all the way over, lifting the hips, opening the heart space, opening the throat, reach out. Exhale, come back to the center, left palm flat. Left leg back up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring this left leg all the way under and through into high lunge, back heel stays up. You're breathing in, arms sweep up towards the ceiling. Press the palms in to meet each other. Exhale, hands down to the chest. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, start to twist over to the left. Stack the arms. Lift through the back thigh. Press into the hands and gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to the center. Fingertips frame the front foot onto the mat. Standing splits, bowing forehead towards the left shin. Left hand to left calf, press into the calf, take the right leg a little higher. Exhale into your curtsy like a magnet, draw yourself down towards the mat, bending the knees, right leg all the way over to the left. Breathing in, halfway lift, straighten out the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees, breathing in, spinal roll. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Shaking everything out. And then making our way all the way down. So we're coming to a squat. So heels turn inwards, toes turn outwards. Bending the knees, coming low. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in as you reach forward. Exhale, take a twist to the left. Drop the right knee, hook the elbow over the left knee and start to take a deep twist over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, sweep the hands out behind your spine. Mask your fall, and then start to make your way onto your backs. We'll finish with Urdhva Dhanurasana before we come down, just to balance everything out after we've been working with our left and right. So rolling our spine all the way down onto the mat. We have a couple of options. So first option is to place the feet into the mat and come into Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. So pressing the hands into the mat by the sides or a little bit further out towards the sides. Roll your hips up towards the ceiling. Finding this really deep stretch in the belly. So really lifting through the glute muscles, activating through the hamstrings, strong quad muscles. Taking the hands underneath, placing the thumbs into your sacrum, and then having hands around the sides of your body and lifting up a little higher. And then holding for 5 to 8 breaths. And then rolling the spine all the way back down. So that's stage 1. Stage 2 is where we'll try Urdhva Dhanurasana, and if you're not sure about coming up, if you're either a bit nervous or you find that you don't have the strength in the arms yet, we will look at this pose against the wall at some point as well. But for today, stage 2 will be to lift up and place your crown, the crown of the head, on the mat. And really just to get used to pressing into the hands so that you can actually move your head very slightly. There's no pressure on the neck. And really, it's a lot of force in the legs here. So it's getting that feeling of the glutes working, the quads active, the hamstrings active, and pressing into the hands. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can roll back onto the back of the head, roll yourself down, and just take a break. If you'd like to try it again, you can come up again. Okay, full Urdhva Dhanurasana, pressing hands into the mat so fingers are facing the front. Start to press in. We'll still come up into stage 2. So lifting up onto the crown of the head, stay here. Take a deep breath in. When you feel ready, press into the mat, straighten out your arms. Stay here if that's enough. If you'd like to go a little further, maybe walk the feet forward slightly and try to straighten out the legs as you really open up the heart space. When you feel ready to come down the same way we came up. So maybe walking the feet back slightly, pressing the crown of the head into the mat, and then rolling ourselves all the way out. Spine roll all the way down. Happy baby. Take 4 fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Draw the knees down towards the mat, and maybe just rock from side to side. Just give your spine a little massage as you imprint it into the mat. And then finding relaxation, constructive relaxation, just for a few breaths before we come onto our backs for full Shavasana. So placing feet onto the mat, have the feet to the sides of the mat. So you're going to widen them to the sides. Drop the knees inwards, so the knees will be touching, but it will be completely comfortable. It's quite nice after back bends when you're actually pressing the spine into the mat. Take your arms up towards the ceiling, and then flop your arms, one arm over the other, in any way, whichever arm flops over first. And then just completely relax. Allowing the breath to come back to normal. Take a couple more breaths here, and just very slowly start to make your way into full Shavasana. Unraveling one arm at a time, almost peeling yourself apart, feeling fully relaxed as you start to melt into the mat. Palms facing upwards. Tuck chin into the chest slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And let your feet just fall to the sides. body and the mind. Refreshed, fully energized, and ready for your day ahead. And you can start to wiggle fingers and toes. Like that breath of fresh air running up through the feet, into the body, up into the chest, out through the crown of the head. Making your way back into a full body stretch. And maybe resting here for a few more minutes. Otherwise, you can start to make your way back to a seated position. Any seated position that feels comfortable for your body. We'll bring the hands back into the heart center and down mudra. The light in me honors the light in you, and together we are one. Namaste.